Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee. If you're new, as the title says, I wanted to share with you guys 10 habits to create for 2024. So the first one is to humble yourself. I think it is so important to constantly be a beginner. Any moments of my life whenever I have been a beginner, that's where I've grown the most. This is your sign to start that thing, find a new hobby, ask questions. Something that I personally am diving into that you guys probably already know is renovation. I have always been a decorator, but I've never actually gotten like kind of dirty with my hands and getting on my knees and actually doing like the bones of the house and doing renovation style improvements. So I am an absolutely beginner at this. And there's a lot of things in my life that I've pretty much mastered or I've dove into, but I haven't been a beginner at something in such a long time. And let me tell you guys, it feels so exciting. It feels good. I feel like I'm living again. And it's giving me that spark to want to wake up in the morning and I literally forget to eat. I'm having so much fun. Start again, whatever that means to you. Become a beginner, ask, learn, and just start from the bottom so you can grow so far. And you get that rush of dopamine whenever you learn something new too. So just an added little happiness chemical bonus. Second thing is my AG1. So I've been drinking AG1 now for years, but being consistent with it, I've never really done. I started being consistent with it last month, and I have noticed tremendous improvement. AG1 is basically a supplement that you take, and it kind of acts as your multivitamin, it acts as your greens. It not only improves the inside and like your immunity and all of that and your gut health, but also like your energy levels and your beauty, so your hair, skin, and nails. I've noticed tremendous hair growth from my postpartum hair loss when I take AG1, and it just feels good to start my morning like that instead of with a coffee. This is not sponsored, by the way, but I do have a code for you guys. They give you like a free gift, so I will link my promo code down below. If not, you can find so many different promo codes on AG1. You can just Google it. The third thing is incorporate law of attraction. So I used to be a big advocate on the law of attraction, and I like really dove into it and I studied it. I noticed tremendous improvement in my life when just shifting little things like your mindset and finding the good and being grateful and getting excited for the future again. I feel like I was beat down pretty hard at life the past few years, and I kind of lost that almost naivety towards life and genuine excitement for it and for the future because I was so stuck in my moment. And something actually I learned in church the other day is that trial period, you don't live there. Your kids don't live there. You don't live there. It is a temporary thing. Like, you have to get through it, but it's hard to remind yourself that this is not going to be forever. Like, everything in life ebbs and flows. Like, life is literally a journey. When you believe in the law of attraction, it helps you get excited and want to continue going. And not just because like you're being voodoo la da da, like it's not a magical thing. It literally shifts your perspective of the world. I always tell people, when you change your inside thoughts, you're not changing anything external. Like I just said, it's not magic, but what you're doing is you're changing your perspective in the way that you kind of reflect and take that external event and transform it into something a little bit better. And I've noticed that I manifest, I hate that word now because it's just so overplayed, but when I was in that mindset, I was just gaining so much in my life. Friends, people, like things happening, money, opportunities. And I realized that once I started shifting my mindset again and really incorporating the law of attraction, which is basically ask, believe, receive, watch what happens. Like, your life will literally drastically change. And there's a reason why when I started practicing the law of attraction, I was gaining all these things. And when I kind of lost track of that, I kind of deteriorated in terms of my mentality towards life and getting excited and all of that. You're kind of creating a healthy imagination. You're getting fun, exciting feelings towards your future self, and you're looking forward. You're not like stuck or looking past. I was listening to a podcast the other day and they were saying, don't be a sleepwalker in your life. Add that passion for life. Add the love to the world. It just makes life a whole lot more fun. Sitting there dreaming about all the things that you want to produce in your life, to accomplish in your life, to manifest in your life. Like, it's just a fun excited feeling that I get from that, and it just brings joy to my life, and it also brings a lot of happiness and more positivity towards my life. The fourth thing to do is budget. So I think going too in depth with your budget can do the opposite effect, but just having a simple budget, knowing where your money's going, watching it grow, that's something that I've always done. I think putting a down payment on the house for me has really upped my motivation levels too, to like want to work and grind, because I was just so comfortable at this pace because I had like a savings, and to watch it like completely deplenish, which it actually hasn't, it's just invested in somewhere else. But watching it like go down is making me want to grind and want to like watch my numbers rise again. And that's how I was in college. Like I never sat still. I was constantly doing stuff in college because I had time. I just thought it was so much fun just doing these little side hustles and watching my money grow, and you know, exploring new opportunities and watching my money grow. And it's almost like a game to me. I think that I was just kind of bored, honestly, because I had like an comfortable situation, but now that I don't, it's like making me want to go do things again. And yeah, I just think that's so much fun. If you have the time, like go for it, hustle. It's so much fun to watch your little empire. I know it's not like a freaking Oprah or something, but it's fun to watch it grow and play with it and experiment and try new things. Like just be a hustler. It's so much fun. Limiting your social media currency. So this is something I've dabbled with this year. I actually deleted my Instagram for a while. I think that focusing on one or two platforms is going to be your best bet, because we have so much stimulus right now. A lot of the times, a lot of these apps don't really make us happy. We just do it out of habit. And what are you gaining from it? For me, Instagram is not something that I really go on anymore. It's more for like connecting with you guys, but I don't really follow anyone because it's all selling, and it just, to me, is just so fake. I don't like it. It's not my thing. I'm not into short content. It's not really my niche. I'm more of a YouTuber, clearly. I really just focus on YouTube. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have a Goodreads. Like there's so much tracking. There's so much to do. It's literally a job, but like unless you're getting paid from it, why are we wasting our time on it? Like I said earlier, I don't like to have free time. I like to just hustle and produce and like accomplish something. So if I'm spending my time doing that, it just like doesn't feel right, and it's addicting. Like it's not good for you. So like pick one or two platforms. Like you'll have all these just different pockets to be able to do things that you genuinely enjoy, and you'll be like alive again. It's a really refreshing feeling to have those open slots where you would have otherwise just been staring at your phone. Sixth thing is energetic expansion. This is just that feeling of getting excited. For me, that's creating. Do a project, do something fun. Like don't watch TV, don't go on social media, like just produce something with your hands. The part about being a beginner and diving into a whole new world, even if you fail, is just that excitement for something new. The creation behind that is what's so exciting, not the peak. Like the failure, the success of it, it's gonna be kind of like okay, I'm there, like I've reached my point. The process to get there is the most fun. Like I look back at my life when I first started my YouTube channel, and I was just so invested, and I was watching it and having so much fun with it. It wasn't a job. There was no like pressure around it. It was honestly just this new world that I was exposed to that was so exciting. And like I said, that's kind of how I feel right now about the renovation series on our channel, because it's just this whole new world, and it's so exciting, and I'm learning so much, and I'm failing and I'm succeeding in moments, and it's just like this wild ride. It gives you that energy towards life, and you're expanding your knowledge of this world, and it's just such a fun feeling. I haven't been this excited in life for a very long time. Didn't realize this, but now that I'm here, like I was bored out of my freaking mind. And when you're bored, you sit in here a lot. And when you're bored, you go in here a lot. And it's just not good. Like if you feel that feeling, like just dive into something new. Like even get a new job. Like just do something crazy. That's the fun part of life. Seventh thing is to constantly be improving. When I became a mom, I felt like the saying, you don't have enough time in the day, I can't do everything that I want to get done and be happy. Like that's such a myth, because I want to be the mom that's healthy and working out every day. I want to be the mom that cooks. I want to be the mom that, you know, has a job and a career. I want to be the mom that looks great in terms of fashion and takes care of my body. And there is not a lot of time in the day, but you can accomplish your dream life and have every part of your wellness checked off. If you really focus on it and constantly improve. Some days may look better than others. Some days you may have to sacrifice a certain part of your wellness. But as long as you continue to want to improve these things, like don't lose that spark. Because once you lose that spark, there's no joy. Like it's just, what's the point? Like you're just kind of coasting. You're living very like mundane, and it's not fun. Constantly improve yourself. Constantly improve your spirituality. Constantly improve your health. Constantly improve your kids' lives. Constantly want to be that better version of yourself, because that strive is going to get you there. Like that's what a lot of people lose the older that they get, because they're fed these myths, or they're, you know, fed these like lies and negativity, and they just kind of, it's a sad thing, honestly, growing up a little bit. It's because you kind of lose that spark and that joy, but don't ever lose that. Like constantly just improve. Have that improvement mindset in your head. Read new books, like just get it done. Like you can live your best dream life. People do it all the time. Keep striving in every area of your life. 8 is to be uncomfortable. I've been dabbling with this for a little bit, and that's like whenever you have that fear voice in your head where it's like, I want to do this, but I probably shouldn't. That's a sign to do it. For example, when you're working out, if you're on the treadmill and you're like, I really want to, I don't know, go up a level, and then you kind of have that weird doubt of like, oh, can I do that? That like questioning is the sign to do it. Another thing is apologizing. Like I recently got into like a situation where I had said something that was kind of offensive. I didn't realize it. I was a little ignorant, but it was almost like a hit to my ego in a way, in like such a weird way, because I'm like, got a little defensive, because obviously the way I said it wasn't taken the way that the world sees it or whatever. And I'm sitting here thinking like, I should go apologize. And in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't want to bring it up again. Like that's so awkward. Like, no, that's the sign. That's the voice that's saying, Renee, probably you should go do this. Like it's a character up level. Anytime that you have that character up level with that little inkling in your head saying, oh, should I do it? Like, do it. Listen to that voice. If you're afraid of looking stupid and you're like, oh, but I really want to go try that, and then I want to do it. You know, just, I don't know how to explain that, but I hope that makes sense. The 9th thing is to take your time. This is actually going to be my motto for 2024. Because they say the rush of everything is what causes worry. The reason why you're so stressed and so worried all the time is because you're trying to rush everything. You're trying to get it all right now. And it's not going to happen. You're just creating unnecessary stress for yourself. Sometimes in moments where I'm like, okay, let me focus, or let me take my time. Like practice those patient moments. If you're in traffic and you're getting frustrated, like be like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to learn patience. Like, let's just sit here and observe, like just observe. Which leads me to the 10th thing, and that's just accept where you are. And this is tough, and this is something that I've learned recently, is you cannot go forward while just being stuck looking backwards, or being stuck in a certain difficult, uncomfortable situation. Shitty things happen. There's an aspect of luck to it. Who knows, there could be an aspect to karma to it. You really have to just take everything with a lesson mindset, if that makes sense. Like, why am I here? What can I take from this? What can God use this situation for good? And just know that everything at the end of the day will make sense. Things that you struggled with in your childhood and you're completely over, and it's almost like, I remember when that was such a big thing, and now I don't ever think about it anymore. I completely forgot about it. The acceptance part of it is part of life, and it will bring so much ease and peace to the situation. An example that I have is with Bryson sleeping. I had asked you guys on my Instagram actually recently, like, I feel like a lot of people's kids don't really sleep on their own for quite a while. I'm not even gonna go into it, but I'm sitting here thinking and comparing myself to other people, and like, this is crazy. Like, when you have a baby, this moment's gonna be forever. It could be with anything with a baby, right? It's crying in the witching hour, or for me, the NICU experience. Like, when you're in these like horrible moments where you're uncomfortable, you think, I'm gonna be here forever. And one day it just all passes, and you don't even, there's not like even a specific day. And I used to get so frustrated when Bryson wasn't sleeping, because I thought, I was like, he should be, and like, why is everyone else is good and my kid is like this? And then you're creating stress and chaos in the situation, making it way worse for yourself, for your baby, like all of it. And just instead, like, know that when he's 17, he's not gonna be sleeping with you. Like, eventually this will end. Eventually, right? That's the word, eventually. Just learning to accept that you are in a moment of eventually. There's peace around it. Like, I enjoy my cuddles with him now. And when he comes into bed with me, I don't get so frustrated. It's kind of cute. And I know that those moments are gonna be precious precious and one day I'm gonna miss them. I'm not creating bad memories with this specific phase that he's in or phase that I'm in. I thought that this would be such a great video because I'm really wanting to keep this spark into 2024 and remind myself of everything that I went through and bring my lessons with me through the 2024, because you never know what life's gonna bring you. There could be a shift. I made one of these in 2020 and I was so hyped for 2020, guys, and then obviously 2020 happened. Reflect on your year, take your lessons that you've learned, who you want to be as a person internally first, what you want to bring to other people's lives, and write things out. I think these are really special. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys all tomorrow.